bulging biceps, a defined chest, abs sharp enough to grate cheese, veins everywhere. Anytime we look at a fitness magazine, we go to the pool, we go to the beach, we see a shirtless model anytime. That's always what we see. And I would always wonder, awe-stricken, could I do that? How would I? Is it even possible for someone of me, my caliber, to achieve something like that without the use of steroids? Well, the answer is yes. You can easily do something like that. It just requires a lot of hard work and multiple steps. After talking with people that work out, going to the gym myself, watching hours of YouTube videos, talking with an ex-kinesiology professor and some professional bodybuilders, and watching multiple interviews, I discovered the answer. Through the steps of evaluating your current body and choosing to either bulk, cut, or main gain, which will be explained later on, learning how to train through the lifting weights and cardio, and using the things outside of the gym that are required for your beneficial health, you can too learn how to create your dream physique. So, the first step is you got to evaluate where your body's at. And you can calculate the amount of calories you require, known as your maintenance calories, through an app called calculatornet.com calorie calculator. That will tell you how many calories you need to maintain your current weight. You can enter in your age, your height, your weight, your gender, and how often you work out. That'll tell you how many calories you need to not lose any weight. So, if you're really skinny, especially with a lack of muscle, you need to do something called a bulk. A bulk requires eating more calories than you need for maintenance. And normally on a bulk, you'll eat about 500 extra calories. This allows you to build more muscle and add a little bit of fat, but not too much. Because if you add too much fat, then you're not gonna have your dream physique. Then you're just gonna look like you're overweight. And that's not what we want. So, you can do something called a dirty bulk. Now, Healthline says a dirty bulk has a lot of negative side effects, including excess fat gain, sluggishness, and abnormal levels of important health matters. You don't want a dirty bulk. A dirty bulk is just eating a bunch of random calories, like McDonald's, chicken wings. Like, yeah, you'll gain a lot of weight, but it's not healthy weight. And it won't do anything to improve your goals. So instead of that, I recommend going on a clean or a lean bulk, where you eat about 500 extra calories. But you try to focus on high protein foods. But you also want foods that are higher in fat, because fat adds extra calories. Now, it's not a conception. Eating high fat foods will not give you fat. That's not how it works. So I recommend eating fatty beef, whole eggs, eating some white rice, not brown rice, because it has more calories. Now, if you're fat, you want to go on something known as a cut. And a cut does not mean not eating. That is not healthy at all. So to go on a cut, Shannon Clark of bodybuilding.com recommends you eat 500 less calories a week. This will allow you to lose 1 pound per week and is less restrictive overall. You don't want to have a restrictive diet. You won't follow that. And according to Medical News Today, if you eat low calories, but they're heavy in satiation, it means you'll get full even though you're eating less. So you can focus on lean meat, eggs, yogurt, and whole grains such as brown rice, because the fat content is lower and the amount of calories is higher. If you eat low fat meat, like 98% lean, and you eat egg whites, you will get a lot of protein for a limited amount of calories. This will allow you to build that muscle and shed that fat. Now, if you're in something that's kind of in the middle, it's known as skinny fat, you want to do something known as main gain. It's not the same as cutting or bulking, it's doing a little mix of both. You don't eat crazy over and you don't eat crazy under. You eat kind of right around your maintenance calories, but you continue to hit the gym. Which brings me to my next step. You need to know how to train. If you're following all this, but you're not lifting weights or you're not doing cardio, are you really going to make any gains? No. According to Coach Greg Doucette, who's also an IFBB pro bodybuilder, training each muscle group 2 times a week allows your body to train 104 times in a year. And that's a comparison to 52 times. Training each muscle twice a week will give you optimal muscle growth. You can do something called a push-pull leg split, which means on Mondays you'll hit push, which means your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. And then on Tuesday, you can go hit a pull day, which is your back and your biceps. And then on Wednesdays, you can hit your legs, which include these hamstrings, your quads, I showed the wrong things, but your quads, your hamstrings, and your calves. And then take a rest day and repeat. Or you can go repeat again and take a rest day on Sunday. So on your push day, you want to do stuff like bench press, a dumbbell shoulder press, and maybe a tricep overhead extension. When you hit back day, you can do pull-up or lat pull-downs, and then you can do standard curls or hammer curls. And then when you get to leg day, it's easy. You do squats, you do hamstring curls, calf raises, all those things, different little variations. You can experiment more as you go on, but it matters that you have the basic foundation set. And if you do 3 to 4 sets of 10 reps, you can easily make muscle growth. And that will let you achieve your dream body. If you have muscle, you'll look good. And then, it brings in cardio. If you're just doing that, but you're not doing any cardio, you won't be lean enough for your muscles to look good. Greg Doucette says a steady state cardio at a moderate pace or slower is better than HIIT. HIIT is known as high intensity cardio, and it does not preserve muscle. The more HIIT you do, the less muscle you will contain, and the more muscle you'll lose. If you're super, super lean, you look like a cross-country runner. You won't look aesthetic. You won't look like you have your dream physique for the beach. So, according to him, HIIT provides too much stimulus to the muscle, and you can't recover from it. If you're lifting weights heavy and you suddenly decide to go out and run 6 miles, are you really going to be able to recover? No, you can't recover. Your body has to choose either to keep the muscle or to burn it all off, and it will burn it all off. So, for that, I recommend you go on a treadmill. You up the incline and go walk on it for about an hour, 45 minutes. Maybe you go on a slow jog for 30 minutes. It matters that it's steady and it's at the same pace. It will allow you to lose your fat. It'll keep the muscle, and you don't have to drop your calories as much. Your cut can be a lot less harsh. Now, then keeping these points in mind, there's also important stuff to do outside of the gym. And no, I'm not talking about taking supplements. Those aren't necessary. You can build a good physique without that. According to the New York Sports Lab, sleeping for 7 to 9 hours is crucial because that's when you build most of your muscle. In non-REM sleep, that's when your muscle and tissues rejuvenate. If you're not sleeping enough per night, you're more prone to hold on to the fat that you've gained, and your muscles won't recover as much. Why do you think bodybuilders are always saying that they sleep 8 hours a night? Now, hydration is just as important as sleep. And I'm not talking about drinking Prime or Gatorade or a Powerade. I'm talking about drinking water. Jeff Bahar of bodybuilding.com says that water promotes weight loss by suppressing appetite naturally and increasing your body's ability to metabolize stored fat. Everyone has stored fat. And if you have a fast metabolism like me, you lose it a lot more quick. But even if you don't, you can drink water, and that will help increase your metabolism and get rid of that fat thing. And the less fat you have, the better you're going to look. Now, I'm not saying get rid of all your fat. That's not humanly possible, and it's definitely not healthy. And we want to maintain healthy while having our dream physique. And did you know that water helps build muscle? Your muscles need water. Your muscles can't function without water. Without hydration, your muscle strength and control will be so impaired, and that leads to gym injuries. And the more injured you get, the less you can do. So, in conclusion, my purpose was to inform you how to create your dream body through all the steps that I said. By understanding your body, by following a cut, a bulk, or a main gain. Either of those can help you achieve your goal. By training through steady state cardio and lifting twice a week with each muscle group. And outside of the gym, focusing on your hydration and sleep. Next summer, when you look on this speech, will you think about how you thought it was impossible when you were able to achieve it? Will you think how you met your goals? Or will you look back disappointed that you never tried? The journey is hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's not. It's challenging. But the more you work at it, you'll love the process and you'll be able to achieve your goal. I hope to see you in the gym soon.